You and your partner never expected this day to come. You're separating. Divorce brings many questions, the most important of all being, what's going to happen to our kids? We're Family Reunion, a national nonprofit organization dedicated to helping parents who are separating or going through a divorce, and we're here to tell you about shared parenting. What it is, why it's important, and how you can help support the movement. Our adversarial family law system. Research shows that 20% of all first marriages end within the first 5 years, while almost half of first marriages end within the first 20 years. What happens if these couples had children during that time? Parents entering into a custody dispute are often scared they will lose time with their children, so rather than run that risk, many parents choose to fight aggressively for custody, often spending thousands of dollars on legal fees that would have been better spent on their children. To gain the upper hand in custody disputes, we often see parents using parental alienation to brainwash their children into thinking the other parent is a bad person. False accusations are routinely used to gain leverage and discredit the other parent. Parental abductions are more likely when a parent loses custody and feels they didn't get a fair hearing. Children are born with two parents. Children want, love, and need both. No child should be separated from a parent or reduced to a mere visitor to a parent unless the court finds an important reason, such as child abuse. And yet courts, out of mere expedience, allow judges to pick a winner and a loser in child custody arrangements. By doing so, it only guarantees that the child will be the loser because that child walked into court with two parents and walked out with only one. You would imagine that the family court system would be the place where we find equity and a level playing field for the betterment of the child and parent. And yet, our adversarial family court system is where many parents, often fathers, believe they have lost their rights and parenting time due to judges who know very little about the family. But the real loser is the child, who needs the emotional, physical, and financial support of both parents. Family Reunion believes there is a better option for children and families. What is shared parenting? For definition's sake, shared parenting supports the child's relationship with both parents and encourages and allows fit parents the opportunity to maximize the time with their child so they can fulfill their parental responsibilities. Shared parenting is an easy process where both parents fill out a jointly agreed-upon parenting plan that will be submitted to the court, specifying how their children are to be raised. The plan details time-sharing allocations, decision-making authority, and a method for resolving or mediating disputes out of court. Parents who know and love their children more than anybody else are best suited to draw up a plan that considers their children's school, sports, activity schedules, and any special needs their child may have. Why allow family court judges who don't know your children to make such vital decisions? Shared parenting works because it encourages co-parenting and cooperation between divorced or separated parents, which is in the best interest of children and families. Why is shared parenting important? According to the U.S. Census Bureau, 18.4 million children, about 1 in 4, are living without a father in the home. One may ask, where have all the fathers gone? Those who have gone through or witnessed the family court process know the answer all too well. Fathers have been placed right where the courts put them, locked out of their children's lives with limited access and parenting time. Government policies addressing father absences have not been effective because these policies are often based on the concept that fatherlessness is due to fathers willingly abandoning their children. The truth maintains that it's rather the family courts that are the reason that fathers are no longer an integral part of their children's lives. And what is the cost of separating fathers from their children? Virtually every major social pathology, teenage pregnancies, drug and alcohol abuse, low self-esteem, gang violence, school dropouts, and suicides has been linked to fatherless children. All the more reason why fit and loving parents should not be denied equal access and parental rights that will enable them to be actively involved in the raising of their children. If children were raised in a shared parenting situation, then we should work hard to preserve for the children as much of that pre-existing shared parenting. We should maintain as much of that access to both parents as we can, When a divorce or separation happens, does a child have less need for the involvement of both parents? No. In reality, the child's need for both parents is actually greater because of the insecurity created by the divorce itself. Children's difficulties don't just play out exclusively in their homes and schools, but also in their communities. We all should have a vested interest in the health and well-being of children and families because anyone can be victimized by an antiquated family court system. Is shared parenting available in all states? How to join the shared parenting movement? Shared parenting has been endorsed by 110 world experts, is supported by 43 peer-reviewed papers, and was the solution in the conclusion of the largest study ever on child well-being, reviewing 150,000 children who experienced separation or divorce of their parents. Shared parenting bills are popping up all over the country and have successfully passed in some states. But sadly, many state legislatures have ignored the research, grassroots effort, and overwhelming public support for shared parenting. Children are not trophies handed out at the end of a bitter custody fight. Parents must have equal rights and responsibilities in raising their children in a cooperative environment where the child has balanced access to both parents. Opponents of shared parenting bills want it to appear that battle lines are made along gender lines, but that's not the case. There is a broad range of people in favor of shared parenting across all ages, genders, backgrounds, and walks of life. Where you find a very limited opposition, and where you find a very limited perspective, is in the people who are opposed to shared parenting. Shared parenting has received tremendous support, as an overwhelming amount of research reveals the practice is best for children, families, and society. Shared parenting continually receives over 70% favorability in both polling and legislative votes. The logic behind shared parenting is hard to dispute. Despite parental differences, the needs of children must come first. It should be up to parents, our lawmakers, and the courts to do everything possible to see that children suffer as little as possible as a result of the parents' decision to divorce or separate. The future of our society lies in our children, and the key to that future rests primarily with stability within families. Well-loved children and well-parented children make good students, good citizens, and one day good parents themselves. For more information on shared parenting, please visit our website at familyreunionusa.org. And to learn more about how you can join the shared parenting movement in your state, contact us by phone at 661-829-6847 or email us at director@familyreunionusa.org. Thank you for watching. Check out our video series on YouTube for more educational resources, and subscribe to our free weekly newsletter located on our website's homepage.